You know you need to work out, right? And have you been there where you're like, I need to work out, and you're like, okay, let's go work out, and you go to a gym and you think you kind of know what you're doing, or not go to a gym and maybe do some things, watch a YouTube video and hurt themselves. Has anybody been there, opened up a YouTube video and maybe hurt themselves? Because you get motivated. One day you just get motivated to work out, and you're like, I'm going to do this thing. And then you see somebody like Katie on YouTube, which is like gorgeous and beautiful, and she's got the working out thing. And you try to do what Katie does, and then you're like, I'm hurting, and you hurt yourself. So the whole point of this class is I wanted to talk about functional movement and the importance of, we're going to talk about 7 specific movements today. And then what Katie wants to do is we're going to kind of do it all together. And during the movements, I want you guys to try to perform the movements as best as you can, so we can watch how you're doing it and give you advice on how to do it at home. Because we think about exercise being like a cool workout, get in shape thing, but we need exercise to get out of our chair, to go to the bathroom, do things in daily living. And we find people that don't do squats on a regular basis, and they sit. Most of our jobs now are sitting. And so how many people have you found, Katie, with like hip flexors that are just so tight, the psoas muscles not moving? I'm working on people's, glute muscles in the back, and they're just so tight because everybody's sitting. And then they've got problems with their quads and hamstrings, all tight, and then we start developing all knees. So movement is really good. Every joint in our body needs to move. It's very, very important to do that. So kind of get through here on functional movement. And so we're going to go over first a squat, because that's probably the biggest thing that I see people do wrong. Mm-hmm. And go ahead, Katie. I would like to see what your thoughts on when you start with people and you start working with them to do a squat. So go ahead and say what you are. You're a personal trainer.
Personal trainer.
You've been in exercise your whole life.
Yes,
dance,
I used to be a
ballet.
dancer, competitive dancer. Stopped doing that. And then my mom was like, you have to find something else to do. So I picked fitness. So this is my passion, and I'm trying to open up a place of my own, because I've been in my garage, and here I am now. I met her, and she's fabulous, right? But yeah, so when we do a squat, so we'll give you modifications, but we want to think hips. Your feet are going to be a little bit wider than your hips, okay? And do you want to start doing this with me now? Or do you
go ahead, get up.
So everybody spread out.
If
If you have a hard time getting into the squat position, grab a chair, and if we need to get more chairs, we can get more chairs.
We can take
a seat in the chair and then stand up. That's how we can work on our squat. Okay, so let's put our hands on our hips. What we're gonna do is our weight, we want it mostly in our heels. We don't want to go to our toes, okay? We're gonna take a seat. We hinge slightly at our hips, but we're doing most of the motion in our knee, okay? So there's a few things that are going to happen. If you have tight adductors here, you're gonna wanna do this with your knees, okay? That is a no-go. Sometimes we like to go out this way, but we want to think, line up your knees with your second and third toe as you squat down. If it's weird to put your hands on your hips, put them out in front of you. You need some balance. And then at the same time, we're thinking, pull your belly button in, and as you stand up, find a neutral spine. So when I say neutral spine, we don't want our hips this way, and this anterior tilt, we want to think up, okay? So find a neutral spine. Okay, let's try it again. So everyone down, and then up, pull. Try it again, keep going. Down and up. One thing, this is a big issue. When we shoot our weight forward, think like you're sitting your bottom back this way. And you can lean forward slightly with your chest. Do not try to stay completely upright, okay? That is not gonna happen unless you turn your toes out and you're in this weird position, okay?
Another thing that I like doing is thinking about my toes and putting no weight on my toes. So like sometimes I'll put my toes up and kind of wiggle my toes. So in a squat position, you don't want to put weight on your toes. You actually want to make sure your toes are going to be moving.
Your heels.
And you want up there. And then another thing, just to go with Katie, is like when you're coming up, kind of like squeeze those glutes really good.
Squeeze your glutes.
Squeeze those glutes.
If this were a glass of water, we wouldn't want the water to tip forward. We want to keep it neutral. So sit in front of it. We're going to take a seat, and then we're going to stand right back up, okay? So right here, I want you to stand up thinking, pushing the weight into your heels, lift your hips at the top, and then squeeze your butt, okay? So everybody stand up, and up. Yep, and now sit right back down the way you can. That's it. Good. Chin up. Much better. Do you see how you have to let yourself sit back and then sit up? Yep. We all feel pretty good. Do we have questions about
Are you
it?
supposed to feel it in your knees?
No,
No.
Okay.
not at all.
Not supposed to
A
feel
lot.
it. You do? Who else feels it in their knees? You feel it in your knees too?
Mhm.
Okay, do you have any knee injuries? You played tennis? Okay. You?
Well, I've got
Okay.
that band, you know, the tight band.
Do you feel it in
you
your
were going
knees when
down
you're
before
using the
the
chair?
Uh-huh.
Or going
You
in
did?
front of your toes.
Okay, so
Okay.
sometimes if you can have,
You don't want them to pass.
there's
in
these
front of
straps,
your
they're called
toes. So
TRX
keep
straps,
them
and they
together.
hang from like
Yeah.
a door.
And that doesn't
If you
hurt.
can
The
hold
deeper
on
you'll
to
be
a
able to
TRX
squat.
strap and get the weight out of your knees, that will help get the pressure off the driving forward of your knees. Because what you're doing is you're driving forward. So if you can hold on to a band, it lets you sit your weight, can't do it without the band, but it lets you sit your
Right.
weight out of your knees so that you can focus on the posterior chain, the back side of your body, instead of your knees.
That's
Right.
okay.
So if you can find one of those, it's called a TRX strap. So lunge, we're gonna do a reverse lunge. So we're not gonna step it forward today, we're gonna go backwards. So if you have a chair and you wanna use it for balance, step to the side of your chair. I'll face this way for a second. So we'll go back on your left leg. So when we do a lunge, we wanna make sure, same thing. Knee is in line with your second and third toe. When we step back, we're trying to hit a 90-degree angle here, okay?
Okay.
Keeping your back up nice and tall, always thinking core tight.
Now modify
If you
it
cannot
first.
go that far, take a smaller step. But weight is still in this heel. I'm lifting my front toe up, like she said. You can't really see it, but I'm thinking lift my toe up because then that engages my glute, right? And we need glutes even for walking, getting out of the car, going upstairs, and then step it up, right? So we really want to work on the glute. So we're gonna. Who feels comfortable getting down on the ground? Anybody?
Everybody's like, I ain't gonna learn.
You're like, can I stay there? We do
Give me a
construction
wall.
rest. We can do walls,
Yeah,
okay?
I do that.
But when we do a plank, she's in a super, super flat line. She's
Right.
not, she has a little bit of a curve in her back, but that just might be her back. Okay, so when we do a push, okay, we want to think that we're pulling our tummy in, core is nice and tight. We do not want to be in this position. If you are in this position, it's probably weak core, okay? So think lift up into your belly. Now, if you're gonna try it, you can be here, here, and then I'll show you the wall one. When we go, you're going out with your elbows
Oh my.
and pushing yourself back up. But do you see how I stayed in the same position, right? So we wanna stay in the same position. If you're working on this, we wanna make our lever a little bit shorter to make it easier, okay? So the way that we make this easier, when we do it on the wall, you wanna stand straight up, okay?
Okay.
Palms are pushing into the wall.
Okay.
You're gonna walk your feet back, okay? Here, you might have to walk your hands down a little bit. You don't want your hands up this way because you're bringing your shoulders and your ears. You wanna walk them down to where everything's in a line, okay? So we're here. You go as far as you can and push yourself back up. If you feel unstable with both legs
Oh, you're
out,
on your toes.
you can give yourself a kickstand if you need to, okay? And you're going down and up, okay? Down and up. Making sure we're not here. If you hit a point where you feel like the range of motion is gonna let go of your entire form, just don't go as far, okay?
When you're going down, I want you to think about squeezing right here. So when you go in, I want you to squeeze right there. Think
Yeah.
about-
How do you squeeze like that?
Well, when you're going down, so when you're going.
So when you're going down, don't push with your
Yeah,
hips.
this is gonna be flat. You go ahead. Go ahead. There you go, see I used that a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah, we just don't wanna lead with the
Is
hips.
anybody else?
Your friend, I'm gonna have you hold
Oh, okay.
this, okay? Your friend's gonna hold on to the band here, okay? Don't let go of it. That would not be good. Okay, so we're doing a rub. So we're doing a pull motion, okay? You ever have to grab anything underneath your bed, right? Get some milk out of the fridge. Pull motion. Okay, so we're here. So you're holding here. She's gonna straighten her arms out. So straighten them all the way straight. She's gonna think shoulders go down her back, okay? She's using her chicken wings to pull. You're gonna pull here, okay? She's gonna pull, and then she's gonna slowly let go, okay? And then she's gonna pull. She's thinking of using the middle part of her back, her rhomboids up here, and then her lats as well, so these. So the lat is gonna help us get our shoulders away from our ears, okay? So let's see, you need to do it again?
And the good thing, this is that rhomboid, that really cool rhomboid muscle.
Uh-huh. squat, lunge with no rest. All right, guys. We're doing 12 of
Okay, like
everything.
20 seconds.
And then
20
we'll,
seconds.
we'll try it. Okay, ready? Here we go. We're going down our squat and up. Good. And squat. And up. Good. Am I going too fast? Squat. And up. Good. Squat. 4. And up. 5. And up. Good. Squat. And up. Squat. And up. Good. Weights in your heels. Almost there. Good. We're doing 2 more. Awesome. We're going right into lunge. So grab your chair if you need it. We're stepping back into our lunge. We're gonna do both legs. We're gonna do 12 reps on each leg, okay? Here we go, and take it back. And 1, and up. Good. 2, 3.
Squeeze that bottom when you come
You
up.
got that, yeah. Weight
You
your
what?
heel.
Squeeze your bottom.
I heard that.
Gotta make it work. Good. Multitasking, trying to count and watch at the same time. Good, last one. And switch legs. Here we go. And take it back. 1, and up. 2, and up. 3, and up. 4, and up. 5, that is a good one.
I do a lot of them.
You do? I can tell. Good.
Good for you.
Good.
Hope you're counting because I'm not.
2 more. Last one.
I can feel that quad.
Good, now we're doing push-up. Okay, I think that was next on the agenda. If you need
Yeah.
to find a wall, find a wall. So we have, yeah, if you want to do them on the floor. Yeah, you want to do them on the floor on your knees?
I can do that.
Yeah, totally. Totally, here we go. We're doing 12. And go. 1. And 2. Good, guys. 3. 5. 6. Good. 7. You can go lower than that. You got that? Uh-huh. Nice, guys. Awesome. Last one. Good. All right, now we're going into our pull. Yep, so grab your band, grab your buddy. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Good. Kind of count for your friend because I cannot count everyone. So just make sure you're knocking out 12 reps. That's it, shoulders down your back. Get your elbows to your side a little bit more. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Good, shoulders down your back.
3 more?
Yep.
I'm gonna do it closer to my.
Yes, just like that. And then lean forward a little bit. Lean in opposition. So think as you pull your arms back, there you go. Last one. Good. That's it. 2 more times. We're going to do the exact same thing we just did. So starting with your squat. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And 1. Good. And 2. And 3. Good. 4. Pushing into your heels. Good. Push your knees out to the side a little bit. There you go. Good. Last one. Good deal. Now we're going into a lunge, so grab your chair if you need it. Taking it back. 12 on each side. If you've already started, you can count it, or you can go with me. 1, and up. Good. 2, and up. 3, and up. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7,
It's still like spaghetti.
8, 9, 10, good, 11,
One more.
and 12. Good job. Take it out and switch sides. Good job, guys. Anybody else feel like spaghetti? Here we go, other side. And 1. And up. Good. 2. And 3. And 4. Good. 5. 6. 7. 8. I'm keeping up with your rhythm. 9.
Okay.
10. 11. Good, last one, 12. Awesome. Take that out and find the wall. We're doing our push-up again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And 1. And 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good job. Find your partner again. We're doing our standing row.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Ready? 3, 2,
Oh, I don't want to go
1.
first.
Oh, sure.
Count for your partner.
You got it. I do
Two.
run push-ups.
3.
There you go.
4.
4. Yeah, all in your upper body. No motion below your hips. Good.
6. 7.
That's 5.
8. 9. 10. 11. 11 and a half.
Good. We have one more time. Right? You want to do a little stretch before the next time? Okay, so let's kind of stretch it out a little bit. If you're in your chair, you can grab your chair. Have one foot out in front of the other and lean down. So you're hip hinging forward, stretching out the back of your leg. Yep, stretch it out. What? It's your quads? We'll get your quads. And switch. His quads down. You're cramping? Okay. We'll take care of that and get some water as well. Good. Hold on to that chair again. If you can grab that leg here. Okay? If you cannot, you can actually put your foot in the chair and let it kind of rest there, and that will do the trick for you. Yep. We want to think when we're here, though, that we're not tilting our hips forward. We want to think,
Keep straight.
yep, right there, because that's where we want to stretch. Because otherwise, we are not hitting that hip flexor into our quad, okay? Good. Switch sides. Does everyone else's quads feel a little crampy, or are we good? Pretty good?
Ready to work them.
Yeah, working out. It's all those lunges, that's what it is. Good, does that feel a little bit better? Anything else need to be stretched out? Or we feel like we're ready to go again?
Third circuit.
Only one more time. Y'all are doing awesome. How do we feel? We feel good? Yes. Yeah, we'll step next. Okay, you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, and go. 1. Hand up. Good. 2. Hand up. 3.
And you thought this was going to be good?
4.
It's all glued to
Good.
that.
7.
Work that glue.
8. 9. 10. Pushing your knees out. 11. Good. Last one.
Squeeze that glue.
Good. All right. Now we're going into lunge. Grab that chair. Pick a side. Are you okay? Good. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And a 1. And 2. 3, 4, 5. Good. Nice and tall when you stand up. 7, 8. Good. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good switch. Other side. This is your last time you have to do the lunge. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. 1. Good. 2. 3, 4. 5. Good. 6. 7. 8. Still thinking about letting that knee go out. 11. Last one. Good job. Final wall. We're going into push-up. Going into push-up.
My arms are better.
3, 2, and go. Make sure you're pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Nice long necks. Good, guys. That's it. Yep, shoulders down your back. Core is tight, pulling your belly button back. Good. Last time with your row. Last one. Look alive, guys. Y'all are doing awesome. Doing good.
Whoa.
Whoa. Is that enough for you? Does it feel strong enough? All right, here we go.
I think so.
Yep. And one. Good. Scoot this way just a little bit.
There's somebody right behind you.
Yeah. We want to knock her out.
Oh, didn't realize that.
You're okay.
3.
Slight soft knee. Bend in that knee.
Didn't know that.
And just a nice. We just don't want to lock our knees out. 4 more. Yeah, just your back.
There you go. That was a good one.
That last one
Really was the best.
Sometimes it takes a couple times. Cool. So everyone grab a chair. This is going to be the last thing we do, and then we're going to do our cool down and call it a day. How's everybody feeling? Is it scary anymore? Or are we fine?
We're fine.
We're good.
And this is something you can do at home.
Yes, this is something we can do at home. Okay,
You do it
so
every day?
get to the side of your chair. Right, one side of your chair. We're going to have the leg that's closest to the chair, the working leg, okay? This arm that's free out to the side is going to be our reaching arm, okay? You have a slight bend in your knee. We never want to lock out our knee, okay? So slight bend in your knee. We're going to think that there's an object right out here, okay? If you're at home, you can put like a stool or something in front of you to reach for. We're keeping our shoulders down our back. We just worked on this, so we're here. Keep your shoulders down your back. You're trying to make this flat back, slight bend in your knee. As you come up, push into that heel. Find that neutral spine here. So we're not here, we're here, okay? Let's do 12.
What do you call it?
So it's either a single leg deadlift, if you add weight to it, or it could be called a cone touch. You're just reaching, but single leg deadlift. Good, knock out 12 on each leg. I'm gonna make sure we're good. That's it. Yeah, because it's a little bit more quick, so like reach forward, not just with your hand. I think your body comes down a little bit more. Yeah. That's it, and then come up, push it to your heel. That's it, yeah. In the lower, we can progress this. So if you're reaching just here, totally fine. But when you get to where you can do this about the chair, then we want to try to reach a little bit lower so we can put more stretch on the muscle. That's what will make it stronger. Okay?
Straight, right?
That's it. So what I want you to try is try to keep your knee in the same position. Don't bend your knee on. Let your
And the other leg is back.
Yeah, and then slight soft knee. That was it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and you're reaching forward. And when you do 12, switch sides and do the other leg. Yeah? It's hard to balance. And what we don't want to happen, guys, is that our knee comes in this way. If anyone can see that. You want to think that you're driving your foot into the ground and corkscrewing your leg from the top of your hip, because then you'll have to work your glute over here as well. If we're here hanging out, this isn't activating. So we want to think corkscrew it out, use your abductor, okay? Did we get 12? She's not running. It's hard when you don't have a chair. I will say that it actually is easier when you can have a weight. The weight kind of, the weight even,
On your
yeah.
ankle?
So you'll hold it in this hand, and if you have a little weight, it kind of teeter-totters. So it depends what you're going for. If you're going for a high object, if you're going for a really low object, right there. Eventually, we would like to be able to touch right next to our.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah. While keeping a super flat back, because we're hinging at the hip. The motion's not anywhere but the hip joint, so we're only hinging this way.
Yes.
We're gonna pull it down. Y'all did an awesome job. All right, so if you need your chair, you can have it next to you, but let's reach our arms up. And we're going down towards our feet. Slight bend in your knees. If you can't reach your feet, you hold onto that chair and stretch right here. Yep, and then let's reach it back up. Stretch real big, you're breathing in real deep. Breathing out to reach towards your toes. Good.
Slightly down.
Yep, and then back down. Good. If you can hang out here just for a
No,
second.
your knees are kind of straight.
So slightly bent. We don't want to keep them super straight. Yep, we want to keep our soft knee. Good. Awesome. Separate your legs. Just a little bit arm squat to the side. We're going to take opposite arm reach towards that foot. Okay, we're stretching out the backs of our legs. We didn't do too much hamstring except for this last one. You need that chair, you just hold on to that chair. Good, and then bring it up and switch sides. Ooh. Good, put your hands in the middle.
Oh, right.
Or put them right on top of your legs. Or hold on to that chair. Right, we have that chair. Good, and bring it up. Awesome. Let's take our arms over, cross it over. When we're here, pull it down. Yep, pull it away from your, yep. This one's a little tricky.
Yeah.
And up, and out. Good. Yep, pulling it down, and we don't want to be here, we want to be up. Good. Up, behind you. If you feel a stretch here, that's fine. If you want to grab your elbow, but we don't want to be caving in this way, okay? If we have really tight chest, we might just need to open it up this way a little bit, right? Because it might not, or if our shoulder's tight, we can't really open our chest, okay? So you might have to pull it down. Other side. Up. Good, guys. Awesome work. Last thing, you're going to take your hands behind you. See if you can open up your chest. If you can't open up your chest, just take your thumbs and turn them out and look towards the ceiling. You're stretching out your chest. Good, and then clasp your fingers and stretch out your upper back. Good deal. How does everybody feel? Feel good?
Yeah, I got it working out.
You did. Yeah, and this is all stuff that you can do at home, so you don't have to have a gym membership. Do we have any questions for me? Any at all? You can talk to me afterwards.
Thank
Good?
you. That was
Thank
great.
you.
I'm glad you're not trying.